Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel. I am here at the house today, and most things behind me covered up. Trunk's open. Had to grab a few pieces out of it, and we're going to do some work on the cars, kind of impromptu. My wife has been complaining about the headlights on her car, so we're going to go through and do a quick light compound on it to see how it fixes it without going crazy with sanding. If we need to, we'll do that down the road. You see there's a car. It's our 2009 Toyota Matrix S. Model's got the 2.4 liter motor, and it's a quick, spry little car. You know, it's got a little pep to it. Nothing crazy. We got our Meguiar's Ultimate Compound here. We're going to use that. We're going to use the rotary tool with a 6-inch pad on it that's kind of medium. We're going to use all isopropyl alcohol to clean off any impurities off of the lenses, and then we're going to get to it and see what we can do. All right, we're back here. We got our alcohol. We're going to try to do this one-handed if we can. It's going to be a little challenging. We're going to do our best to try to figure this out. I'm just going to use a regular paper towel for now. I'm not going to rub a towel on it. I just want to get this a little bit wet. And this is going to, just to kind of wipe this down. I just want to get all the gook and junk off of it. It kind of builds up as you're driving around and stuff like that. This car's been washed in a while itself, so it's kind of dirty too. But my wife drives this car back and forth to work. It's just kind of like the daily driver back and forth, and we don't use it for anything else other than that. So it doesn't really get the love and attention that it should normally get. So get that a good wipe down, and we may do it twice just to make sure that it's all clean. And we'll use a towel. We've got a lot of garbage coming off of there, and we'll use a towel over here that we have as well. Already looking better. All right, so let's take a look at this here. We've just cleaned it off with the alcohol. We can take a look and see what it looks like. Needs some work. Let's take a look at the other one too while we're at it. And we can see this one looks like it's in worse shape than the other one, but we haven't even cleaned this one with the alcohol yet. Even the alcohol alone kind of helps clear it off, believe it or not. I mean, this is some pretty strong stuff. I'm using 99%, so it's really strong to save off all of that garbage and crap that's on there. And now we're gonna do a little compound, see what happens. All right, so we got the light here. We got a generous amount of compound on the pad there. We have our super soft microfiber cloth towel here to kind of help us out, and we're gonna work on this. I'm gonna have to put the camera down because I'm doing this one-handed. I need both hands to kind of manage this machine, and we're gonna see how we do. All right, so we opened the hood here to make it a little bit easier to kind of get to the top of this lens here. We could already see that it's done. All right, so we may need to do some sanding on this with a fine grit, maybe like 2000 grit sandpaper to kind of get off some of the deeper impurities here and some of that coating on there. That's the clear coat more or less that needs to come off. That's been yellowed out. Down here, it's gone or it just hasn't yellowed out yet as much, and we were able to pull up some of that stuff, but it's kind of made it look much better already. And then again, of course, up here, it's going to need a little bit of help as well. But we can kind of just get a glimpse of that, and it looks much better already than it was. We'll put the before in there, and then now the after, and we can kind of see what it looks like there. I'm going to do another pass on this, and we'll see how it looks after a second pass. All right, after pass number 2, looking even better. That part there is looking much, much better. Could definitely use a little bit of work. I'm gonna say in hindsight, I probably should use a 3-inch pad instead of a 6-inch pad. This is a little bit of a small surface area. I thought I'd be able to get it done a little bit quicker, but it's definitely looking much better than it was for sure. But definitely need some light sanding here. You can see that. Maybe up here too to kind of polish it out and make it look shiny again. But yeah, just like kind of buffing this all out here. And looking pretty good. I'm going to work on the other side to see how much of it we can get off on the other side. And again, this is just a simple medium pad with some Meguiar's compound to see how much we could take off of this to make it a little bit better for my wife to use until I can get the proper material to kind of take off the rest of this. And then I need to get a 3-inch pad. I don't have a 3-inch backing plate. Once we get that, then we can kind of do the 3-inch pad on this. It'll make things a little bit easier to work with. All right, here's the driver's side. You can see how much worse it looks than that passenger side did. Here's the alcohol I am using, just regular, like I said, 99%. Much better to clean things up. I often use this to clean electronics. I mean, that's really my forte is electronics, and I use that to like clean up computers and keys and controllers like Xbox and PlayStation. But I have a passion for cars and always have, and worked on these a lot when I was much younger. And decided to start getting back into it recently. So we're going to go ahead and add this here and clean it up, see what it looks like. So before isopropyl alcohol, and we will show you after in a moment. All right, so that's after the alcohol. And you know, I don't know if it shows up on camera as well as it does like in person. I've let this completely dry from the alcohol, so you can kind of like see already, like it looks much better. Just the amount of gunk that comes off of it. I mean, look at this. It's disgusting. Like if I can wipe this down here. Actually, let me use the towel. The towel's still a little bit wet. If I do that, like you can see, like it gets that shine a little bit. So like you can tell it's definitely dried off. I'm gonna let that dry again before I throw the compound on it. But just a little bit of alcohol in these will help a lot. Kind of a way of maintaining it as you go. I mean, there's a lot of different maintainers out there that you can put on top of them to kind of protect it for a few years and stuff like that. But if you do a little alcohol, wipe off the impurities from here and there, you can definitely coat them to kind of protect them, which is not bad. I'll probably do like a ceramic coating on these to help out. That'll help out like year by year. We don't have to go too super crazy for something like this. Again, this is our daily driver, and you can see this car is, I mean, it doesn't look terrible from this angle, but I will show you some shots of it. The engine looks pretty clean because we just cleaned up the engine and everything. But yeah, so let's get to doing the compound part of this now. All right, pass number one done, and what a drastic difference. And again, this is not going through sanding yet or any of that stuff. We're using the different grits of sandpaper all the way from like 600 up to like 3,000. I don't even think you need to go to 3,000. I think it's a little overkill if you ask me sometimes. If you go to 2,000, it's more than enough. But look at the difference already on this. And that's for just one pass. Obviously down here, some of these corners a little bit harder, like I said, because of the 6-inch pad. Me hitting the bodywork is not such a big deal. Only because like this car is in such bad shape. Like it needs some help. You can see that there's some scratches here and everything else. Some of those will probably come out with the buffing and everything else and the compounding and polishing. But yeah, this is kind of where we're at. I'm gonna do one more pass on this, and then maybe we'll return to the other side to see if we get a little bit better on some of this. But this is a drastic difference already. She's gonna be able to see so much better at night when these are all fogged up like they do. And it happens on all cars. It's just the typical thing. It makes the lights not as bright. They're not as bright as they were when they, were first, car was brand new. Plain and simple. That's what it comes down to. All right, so we did our second pass, and now we're gonna polish here a little bit and get some of that compound off over there. And we're gonna see what it kind of looks like. Look at that. My gosh, what a difference on these lights. And that was without sanding. I just did compound with a 6-inch pad. And like I said, couldn't get some of those corners, but we will work on that. I'm gonna definitely do a deeper dive and clean into this at some point. I'm just waiting to get things kind of together a little bit better here for myself. I do have a full-time job, and I do this when I have free time. And 2 kids and a wife, and full-time job, not a lot of free time on my hands, but look how much better that looks. We'll give you the before and then the after. My wife should be very happy with this. She should help her see a lot better at night without these being so bad. I will hit this a little bit of alcohol as well to kind of clear off some of the extra compound that's on there. It'll probably even give it a better polish as well. But this is not even polished. Like I didn't even take like a soft wool thing to this to polish it up even. This is just a quick kind of like fix to make it look much better. And again, you don't have to go super crazy with it. I mean, if you want to go detailed, super professional, you could definitely do that. And I'm not against that in any way, and I'm definitely going to do the deeper clean on this for sure because it needs it. But this is just kind of a quick, I'm sitting here in my driveway, at the house and whatever today, trying to just get things done and make my wife happy because she took the other car. Gonna do that. And let's get a quick little run around of the whole car here. Just kind of let's see what I'm talking about here. Like this car just needs some serious help as far as that goes. A little bit of a shine there, but if you get in close here, you can see some of the scratches there and all the dirt. Like this car hasn't been washed in forever. See the bumper and stuff. Like a lot of this stuff can be taken out. Not all of it, but most of it can kind of be taken out and fixed. We could probably take out some of the, like these lighter scratches here. It'll definitely come out with that compound and the machine, and some of the hood stuff here as well. If I put the hood down, you'll probably be able to see it a little bit better, but the sun's kind of right in my eyes now. So not terrible, but definitely needs a little bit of work. If you want to see something like that, let me know. All right, we did a third pass on here. Let's get this cleaned up, polished and buffed out here a little bit better. So that looks much better. Yeah, still a little bit there. It's gonna need some help there for sure. That's probably gonna require the sanding and over here as well. This one, I guess, is just a little bit more, I don't know. Well, probably a little bit more baked in. That other side definitely looked worse in the beginning than this one did. But this is looking better now, even after a third pass, finally. And we will be done with this. And like I said, I'll definitely do a deeper clean on this. This is just a kind of a quick, like, call it a quick weekend pass or whatever. It's actually a Thursday morning, almost afternoon. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at right now, and looking much, much better. That should help my wife tremendously be able to see what's going on around her. All right, everybody, thank you for coming by and checking out this video with me. Take another quick look here at the lights on the car. Can't seem to get the camera lined up there perfectly, but look how much more shiny that looks compared to what it was before. It's incredible. This one, again, needs a little bit of work. I'm definitely gonna have to sand that one down, but this one here is definitely much better. And again, just a quick kind of run through on it on a Thursday here, with nothing crazy out of the way to kind of do that, to just kind of freshen it up a little bit for my wife. But again, I want to thank you guys. If you like videos like this, if you want to see me do the whole car, let me know in the comments below. It's a new channel. We're trying to see what we could do, grow the channel. You know, I like cars, and we're going to just kind of do this kind of stuff, and we'll see what it brings us. You know, I'll do a lot more things with the Mustang and everything else. I'll give a full video walk around of that one of these days. I have it covered up right now. It's kind of cold here in the Northeast, and we don't want to keep it uncovered for now. I don't have a garage. That's another project where that Minis container is. We're going to eventually put a concrete slab down there and do a garage over here. We're going to do a concrete slab, and then one of those steel building garages for the Mustang. Give it its own stable, right? It needs a stable, right? That's what it needs. And we can put the ponies inside, all 460 of them. But again, thank you. Subscribe, like, share it with your friends. Let them know, new channel here, and comments below, things you want to see, things you want to see me do. I only have a few cars to work on, but eventually we'll have more cars to work on. And we'll definitely do some stuff with the Toyota. We'll definitely do some stuff with the Mustang as well. And this car here is, been with us for a long time. We've had it since it's brand new, and it's been a great little car. We just recently did some work to fix it up. I probably should have recorded all of that, but we had to go crazy changing the computer on this. The ECU was bad, O2 sensor was bad, but now it's back running like it should. It's just an amazing little car. 100 and something thousand miles on it. I think it's 117,000 miles on it at this point. It served its purpose. All right, enough rambling for me. Again, thanks for stopping by, and I'll talk to you guys soon.